the Parkinson's Exercise and Wellness Center is not only a building, but a community for people with Parkinson's disease. So research has shown that exercise is one of the best forms of therapy, sometimes even above drugs and surgery, to combat the symptoms of Parkinson's disease for the entirety of a person's life. So we have developed a program here that offers multiple forms of exercise therapy, taking into account vigorous, intense forced movements, as well as balance, as well as creativity. And we offer a social environment that really fosters a sense of belonging, both within a community, but as well as in a whole group of people who are dealing with the same struggle. We really strive to be educational as well. Most people, when they're diagnosed with Parkinson's, have very few resources at their disposal. So we want to be a resource of hope and inspiration and promise and a bright future, as opposed to perhaps the misconceptions of what a diagnosis of Parkinson's means.
So go ahead and tell me your name and how old you are.
Larry Stone, I'm 72.
And how long have you had Parkinson's?
I was diagnosed in 2014.
Okay. And what was your first symptom?
I couldn't move my left leg. I was on a hike and there was a sheer drop off on the left side, and I simply could not move my leg. And I had to be helped down this little mountain the rest of the hike. And so when I got home, my wife talked to her internist and she said, "You've got to get him to the doctor immediately. He either has MS, Parkinson's, or Lou Gehrig's disease."
Ooh.
So I went to a neurologist at KU and had the MRI and the whole thing that verified I had Parkinson's.
How'd you feel?
Well, I could hardly believe it, actually, but I was really glad for a diagnosis, because I thought I might have a brain tumor.
Forward, all the way up, all the way back, and down. Stand up straight. Squeeze the shoulder blades to touch. We're opening up your chest here. Now you're going to lift your arms up without letting the shoulders lift. Shoulders pressing down.
Why do you work with people who have Parkinson's, and what have you learned from them?
Well, I've completely, with the exception of a few classes that I've had for almost a decade, eliminated all of my non-Parkinson's training, mostly because we have grown here so substantially that I'm really required here more. But working with people with Parkinson's is so phenomenally rewarding. It is so different to come into a space where everybody who comes in isn't just having a bad day because their hair didn't turn out. They're not having a bad day because they drank too much wine the night before and they have a hangover. If they come in here, they have already overcome 1,000 obstacles to get here, and we make them feel better. And there's nothing more rewarding as a coach or as a fitness instructor or whatever you want to title me as. There's nothing more rewarding than knowing that I've made a difference in a person's life, and that happens every single day here. I have learned, I feel like my perception in humankind has been improved by working with the people I work with. I mean, there is very rarely a time where someone complains when they can't walk, much less when they're not feeling perfect, or when their tremor is out of control, or when they're stuttering because they're off. They don't complain. They love their families. I've seen husband and wives who have overcome so many obstacles that this generation and my generation would have walked away from in a minute. And they support each other unconditionally and love each other from I do till death do us part, and we've seen that. So I would say in general, I've learned pretty much how to be a better person, a better mom, a better wife, a better business owner, a better boss, and just I learn something every day from them. So it's inspiring.
What has helped you the most since your diagnosis?
Keeping a positive attitude. And every day is you're better than you are going to be the next day, so you might as well enjoy it. And once in a while I really get discouraged, but fortunately I was really losing hope of just getting better at all. I say better, just holding my own. But nothing seemed to be helping. But then I came here, and I really got my faith restored that if I work hard enough, hopefully it'll kind of slow down, stabilize the disease. It won't stop it, but it can hopefully slow it down. And as I told them, I said, hope is something that if you lose hope, then you've lost everything, because you just give up.
Boxing's really been good for her. And it is hope. That is important.
What's something that you want people to know about you?
Well, one thing that really bothers me about using a walker or cane, even on a wheelchair, is that people tend to see those instruments rather than seeing the person. And I can't say I was any different when I was healthy. But you think, oh, well, I don't have that much in common with that person sitting in a wheelchair. And, you know, I mean, you're nice to them and polite, but you don't really try to go the second step to really a relationship with that person. And I just hope I don't, you know, reach that point where everybody looks at me more as a wheelchair than as Nancy.
What are your current symptoms, and which one impacts your life the most?
I fall down a lot. My speech is probably the thing that impacts me the most. I can't write very good. I can't talk very good. So kind of makes communication difficult.
I bet. How has, if at all, exercise helped your life since you found out you had Parkinson's?
Oh my. Helped me a lot, tremendous amount. And it really affects me, it affects everything I do. My sleep, my ability to walk and move, my ability to basically function. So it really is important. Exercise is something I really want to do every day.
Awesome. What is your favorite workout?
Boxing, no question.
Yeah, you got it. Count with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How has, if at all, exercise helped your life since you found out you had Parkinson's?
Well, you know this, I hate to exercise. I am not an exercise person. So it helps me on so many levels. I mean, it helps me physically, it helps me mentally, it helps me to be with a group of people who all have the same disease and are all doing something about it. So it means, because depression is such a huge factor for me, it means I'm not wallowing at home or someplace else. I'm actually doing something about it. So that helps me in that way. And I've lost 25 pounds, so.
What has helped you the most since your diagnosis?
I think coming here has helped me the most, actually, because it is so positively reinforcing for a disease it's not. Since I've been diagnosed, I've been to several different facilities, both rock steadies and different programs, and some of them more feel like They are a physical therapy, very grim, a lot grimmer than this program is. This program is very upbeat, and that's what makes this one special.
Awesome. What would you recommend to someone newly diagnosed with Parkinson's? What would you tell them?
See an MDS, movement disorder specialist, not just a neurologist. Go to a specialist that has a full Parkinson center, so you have full access to people who are trained to treat physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, so you have that wide range. Get involved in exercise. If you're not involved with it now, get involved with it. It doesn't have to be rock steady, but you have to do something. You don't have to do it. I mean, you can wallow if you want, but if you want to do something for yourself, you need to do your own work on it, and you need to do your own research. The doctors are never going to have enough time to answer every one of your questions. You need to get out there, and you need to be the one to go online and do the research and participate. Be proactive in your own healthcare.
And slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll up the wall. The last to lift is your head. Keep your chin close to your chest. Slowly rolling up. Push the hips against the wall, the shoulders against the wall, and the head against the wall. Go ahead and look to the right.
How has, if at all, exercise helped your life since you found out you had Parkinson's?
A whole lot. I can walk straight without staggering, and I can think clearer. I have more energy. It's just been a big help.
How often do you exercise?
I go to 7 classes a week.
What has helped you the most since your diagnosis?
Being here with all these people that have similar problems. I live alone, and being here is like having a new family. And I really love coming. The counselors, the coaches are all awesome, including you. They just seem so knowledgeable, and they seem so caring. They really care about us. And I think that's a real gift.
What is something that you want people to know about you?
That I don't feel down, I feel hopeful. And I think being here encourages me to feel that way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freestyle.
How has, if at all, exercise helped your life since you found out you had Parkinson's?
It's been great for me because Parkinson's is a disease that you don't really feel like you have it when you're moving. So if you're moving, you feel normal. And so I try to move all that I can. I walk a lot, exercise a lot, because movement helps keep you healthy, but also helps keep Parkinson's from flaring up.
What is your least favorite workout?
Probably anything related to abs. It's really very painful. It's good for me, I know that, but it's just, it's hard.
What would you recommend to someone newly diagnosed with Parkinson's? What would you tell them?
Don't get negative, because it's not the. There's gonna be times that you're gonna struggle, but don't get negative. Stay positive. Join places like this, and go into it with a really positive attitude, and that helps keep you going. I really believe that.
What's something that you want people to know about you?
that there's nothing I can't do. Just because I have Parkinson's doesn't limit me. I may not do it as fast as I used to do it, but I haven't kept it from keeping me from traveling around the world. I still work. I think I'm still pretty good at what I do. So don't think it's going to take over your life, and you just got to be determined and don't let it happen. Cat.
Stand up straight, head against the wall, and I want you to take your step away from the wall, keeping that perfect posture that you have right now. And I want you to think about this throughout the rest of your day. Try this in the morning when you wake up. Just go and lie flat against the wall and then take that step. That's your posture. Keep it. Get down. Woo! Steady on 3. 1, 2, 3.